everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. So good to see you. So glad you stopped by and see what I am reading on today. Well, what I'm reading on today is pretty much the aftermath of yesterday, the Trooping of the Color, the big premiere of the Princess of Wales return. Hmm. To me, it said a lot. It answered a lot of questions. It helped me to put the puzzle pieces together and see clear what this was all about. This was all about washing the stench of racists off of Kate and Charles. It was about their popularity being under 50% for the first time. It was about Kate getting some tweaks because people were saying Meghan is so youthful. And it could be also about that relationship between the the Prince of Wales and the Princess of Wales. I know all of y'all saw. I went on Twitter. I dived into the sewer, and that's the way I look at Twitter. Well, X. That's the way I look at it because it can be so toxic. But I went over just to kind of get a feel of, you know, the aftermath of what went down. I know what I saw. I know what went on. You know, I put the puzzle pieces together. But I wanted to try to get a read on what other people was saying. And I'm gonna go into some of it. I just took some screenshots of some of the things that was on Twitter. I found this one interesting. All of Kate's trooping of the color. How did they put it? Trooping of the color through the years. And if you look at the last one, the one she wore yesterday, she looked as young or younger than the first one. I don't know what. I did not know cancer did that. Make you age backwards. Because evidently it has that effect on Kate. Because she's clearly aging backwards. And she says she has cancer. If anybody watches my channel, they know I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe that Charles has cancer, and I don't believe she has cancer. They don't look or behave like anybody that has cancer. Yesterday, I even did a comparison. That sweet little old girl, um, daughter of Michael Strahan, who has cancer, who's suffering with cancer. She don't look like she just had a facelift. Although although she's only 19, she doesn't need one, but she doesn't look all rosy and perfect. She looks sick and she looks like she's in a fight. But Kate looks like she's rolling back the hands of time. That's the only struggle she's in with Father Time. And she is the only person I know if she didn't have cosmetic surgery, is winning against Father Time. Because usually Father Time wins. But we're supposed to believe that this fresh faced, fresh lifted, rosy cheeked, perfectly cropped hair without a string, her hair looks thicker than it was. Everything about Kate looks better. And we're supposed to believe that she has been going through chemotherapy for 3 months and still presently going through it because we're going by what she said in her letter. She says she has good days and bad days. That's what she told the Irish guards in the letter she wrote to them when she said she couldn't make it. You know what I think about that? I think Kate looked and felt the same way she looked and felt for the Trooping of the Color last weekend when she wrote that letter and chose not to go to that event for the Irish Guard because she wanted to debut her new face to the world. To the world. That's what she wanted. She wanted all eyes on her. And if she had went to that event last weekend, we would have got pictures from that. Of course, that she would have had the exposure, but she wouldn't have had all the eyes on her. She wouldn't have had the buildup. That's what all of this was about. Because the woman that I saw yesterday could have went Saturday, could have went last week to that event. Because she looks exactly the same. Charles and Kate are the only two people, probably in the history of the world, who has suffered with cancer with zero effect. Zero effect. Zero effect on their hair loss, zero effect on their weight loss, zero effect on, um, I can see any aspect of their lives, especially Charles. Charles has been going and kissing hands and kissing people in the mouth and doing all kinds of stuff. But yet and still, we're supposed to believe that they both have cancer. Like I said, I stopped believing Charles had cancer a while ago. But I held out my conclusion for Kate until yesterday to the Trooping of the Color. Because if you go to my video, the video prior to the one I posted yesterday, but the one before, that's what I said. I said, if she shows up as fresh as a new opening flower, a new blooming flower, we'll know then. And we did. Because that is exactly the way she showed up. They some smart cookies, I swear. They are some smart cookies. They came up with a plan. They did. Look at this. Hey, this was I think this was maybe like this was the last one that Megan did, which was I think in 2018. I think 2018, 2019. I think it was 2018. No, maybe it was 2019. It was right after Megan had Archie. Look at Kay's face. You see it? Her face looked better yesterday than it did here. Sure did. Hadn't aged not one bit. Only aged backwards. Backwards. Okay, I found this on Twitter. I was out there on Twitter. I didn't get in any tussles on Twitter because I'll throw hands on Twitter and be in Twitter jail. You know, I stay in Twitter jail more than I stay out of it. Because I'll be on there throwing hands, reckless with the mouth. But look at this. I found this on Twitter. Aging in reverse. Aging in reverse. That's what cancer does. Cancer ages you in reverse. Because that's what it seems like it's doing to Kate Middleton. She is absolutely aging in reverse. Look at this. I found this on there. Look at this. Come on now. Come on now. I was trying to read some of the things. Okay, this is one of my. This is the handle is to everything you can be. That's the name of the handle. The name of the profile, and it said Kate just won the Oscar for being the biggest actress, the best liar ever to play her role. So let's welcome back the actress and liar to reposting her accomplishments. I think that just says it all because all of this was a con job. A con job. A con job. And, but the best thing about it is at the end of the day, yesterday, it didn't turn out quite like they thought it was. The crowds just wasn't there. They really thought just people, Kate is bad. Kate is bad. And they thought, oh my God, they're going to run everything on a loop. They're going to have specials and all kinds of stuff in America. It was a blip on the radar here in America. And only people that seem to be losing their shit is GB News talking about Megan's Jam trying to overshadow Kate. Now, we all know what happened there. Okay. This is what happened there. They have an agenda, they have a playbook that every time something doesn't go right, to speed the way they think it should. See, all the crowds didn't show up like they thought they would. All the Republicans, the anti-royalists protesting, they showed up. They got a load of that picture of Buckingham Palace of the people who actually showed up compared to when the Queen was standing on the balcony. And they got a whole they were gonna play this out anyway. I saw crazy eyes Kinsey Schofield. Crazy eyes Kinsey Schofield. I saw her on GB News. She's left America and is over there. Well, she should be over there. She should be over there where somebody know who she is. Cause here in America, we don't know her. GB News plucked her out of the sky somewhere. She doesn't have access to red carpets and movie premieres, and she's not in the she's she is not part of the industry. If you said Kinsey Schofield wants a pass to a movie, they'll be like, who is Kinsey Schofield? Kinsey Schofield is better known in the UK because she's not known at all in America. And so what I was saying is they were scouring the internet that any little thing that they could take and make into that Megan was trying to overshadow Kate when her friend put on his Instagram. So nobody now Megan can't do anything when they doing something. Let me get this straight now. Megan cannot do anything. She needs to hold her breath until they get through. And not only can she not do anything, Harry can't do anything, and neither can anybody that they know. Because if they do, it is Megan trying to overshadow the royal family. And what they scoured the internet, they were monitoring all of Megan's friends' Instagram and Facebook, probably, and everywhere. And Nacho popped up and posted some raspberry jam and some dog biscuits that Megan had gave him. Probably because he had got such a positive response from the other jar he had posted. But what they don't seem to know, everybody's world does not revolve around the trooping of the colors or whatever that family is doing. I, Nacho probably was in Argentina. So a man that's in Argentina can't post anything on his Instagram if he has any kind of relationship with Harry or Meghan when the royal family is doing something. That's the rules. But while Harry and Meghan is doing something, Harry, the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games, something that important. What did Charles and William do? They both had engagements on that day. They sure did. But they little weekly star power could not overpower or overshadow Harry. But they did it. But somehow, by proxy, through Nacho, Megan was attempting to overshadow Kate, who says she has cancer, who is coming back from 6 months from anybody seeing her, and a jar of raspberry jam and a bag of dog biscuits. Just threw just threw it all out the door for them. They might as well not even had the trooping of the colors. That's basically what they're saying. And Megan friend posting that strawberry jam stopped people from coming. That's exactly what happened. In their mind. In their mind. In their mind. Megan's raspberry jam stopped all those people from coming. Let me show you a picture. This is a picture. I might have a better picture. Okay, this is the picture of the crowd. Can you see? Oh, I know it's blurry. I am going to learn how to do better. But as you can see, it is not that many people compared to Queen Elizabeth. And as an American, I don't understand why anybody would go around and watch somebody step out on a balcony in the first place. I would rather stay home and watch my grass grow. But for some reason, it's a thing in the UK. But it's getting less and less and less people care about it. And that's why this whole big old plot and plans, how it started. How it started. They had to do something. They had to do something. They had to get the stench of racism off the king and off of the Princess of Wales. They had to get it off. Okay. Eggs flying over Charles's head, cracking at Camilla's feet. They was like, whoa, 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 here. We got to do something. So they sit around and they hatch that up. And Kate said, okay, then we're going to do this thing. I'm going to go ahead on and get me some tweaks done. And I think that's exactly what happened. And that is the reason why we could not see her. It's because her face was swell. That picture of her in the car with her mother was the picture. That's why they made it so grainy. They made it so grainy. Now, I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about her getting booed because she got booed when her carriage went by. The protesters, they booed her. But yet and still, Megan is the one that's supposed to be. The reason she's not coming is because she's scared she's gonna get booed. Well, she'll be in company with them, cause William get booed all the time. Charles get eggs thrown after him at him before he had his convenient cancer. That's what I'm gonna start calling it, convenient cancer. That Charles is suffering with convenient cancer. And before then, he was getting eggs thrown at his head. And he's like, what is going on? What's going on? The eggs were just flying. And I was just rolling. And Camilla just stepping back. What? I know the queen, the proper queen, is just twisting in her grave. But she knew it was coming, though. She knew what was coming down the pipe. She knew her family better than we could ever know her family. That's why she held on so long. Poor Queen little hand was just black and blue with what, they had put drips and all kinds of stuff in. She was holding on because she knew exactly what she was leaving her legacy, who she was leaving her legacy to. And she held on, bless her heart. But but I still think she's probably spinning. She's probably spinning because Charles is totally a man baby. And should I drag Camilla? Should I drag her? You know I want to. You know I want to drag her. That bed hopping hoe he got up there for a queen. That's why the queen did not want her to be called queen. The queen, the proper queen, didn't want to be. She want her legacy associated with a bed hopping hoe. The queen knew that Camilla got what she got hooking. She knew that. And the queen, being the dignified, person who actually had morals and values and lived them, they want to have nothing to do with that person. And she finally relented that Camilla would be called the queen consort. She finally relented because the queen know how Camilla got down, hooking, hooking. But you got to give her props. She ain't hooked for nothing, and then have the nerve to try to be more than. More than what? A streetwalker? Yeah, you more than one of them, but you and the streetwalker and you do the same thing. Y'all cut from the same cloth. She just walks on the street and you was just strolling the halls of Buckingham Palace. But both of y'all was on the stroll. And to me, I have more respect for a streetwalker. They not that unaliving women with children, mothers, taking their uh, mothers away from the children, and then hooking the father, and then use the kids to rehabilitate your image in order for you to climb the ladder to get the big hat. I have more respect for a streetwalker. See, I told y'all I was going to drag her every chance I got. It's something that I just cannot help myself. Because when I think about little Harry walking behind his mother's coffin, and William, when I think about that, I want to drag her. And how the people of the United Kingdom can accept that woman as queen, I have no idea. That could not ride in America. Now, we done had our hookers too. Melania, we done had them. But she did not take a man away from his children, and she was not the cause of someone's unaliving that contributed to two motherless children. That is the lowest of the low. I mean, you can say a lot about Kate. She is a social climber. She is a horrible person. She is a liar. She is a heartless piece of work. I mean, you can say a whole lot about her, and I, like I said, I love dragging her too. But she is nothing when it comes to Camilla. Cause I was watching one of my favorite content creators, and they were talking about how it's an article I hadn't saw it in the Telegraph. I think. Wait a minute. Wasn't the Independent? The Independent, and I do have it. Well, I have just the cover of it, and it's talking about uh, Kate getting booed. And who is the editor in chief of that paper? Drum roll. Camilla. He's one of her buddies. He's one of her um, comrades. And so she was standing up there. She knew that Kate was going to be the story of the day. So, and she leaked and called her buddy. Camilla here. Can you run something on Kate and shut all this down? You know she did that. Yes, you know she did that. Cause why would they print that? That it's a invisible contract. Why would they do a hit piece on Kate the day after she came, the day after she returned to royal duties and got all and sucked up all the oxygen from the king and you know who. Who would you think would absolutely call in some favors to get a negative article put out by Kate? Who would that be? That would be Camilla. Camilla. That is the kind of person Camilla is. And her and Charles are completely delusional. They get mad with people for existing because they're more interested, more interesting than they are. They want to be center of attention. When Charles and Camilla have an article written by them, written about them in the Daily Fail or the Daily Mirror, they and William too, they might have 40 comments. I saw on Twitter one other day that it was that it was an article and he had the binder in front of him. I can't remember exactly what the article said, and somebody had posted a tweet on Twitter and circle how many responses they had, and it was 40. 40. Nobody cares. And then they get mad with the who people actually like. But all of this was planned by Kensington Palace against Buckingham Palace. They wanted Kate's great return to overshadow the king and let them know that Kate is the power player. She's the power player in this thing. But what she found out is, yeah, she's a big fish. She's a big fish in that family. But she's swimming in a very small pond. She's a big fish in a small pond. And when she swims upstream where Megan is resides, all of a sudden she's not a very big fish. But she really thought that this pulling the cancer card and this whole big plot that they had, that was going to make her be as big of a fish as Megan. But Megan, not only did Megan did not release anything or whatever, Megan's friend putting a picture on his very own Instagram overshadowed that family. It was it that Instagram post was repeated and was talked about more than they were or equally. And that's secondhand. That's like a secondhand type thing. What if Megan had came out? I mean, it's just unreal. This family is. But yeah, her Camilla, the that's what I'm gonna start calling Camilla or put out a hit piece on Kate. Put out a hit piece the very next day on Kate, saying that she was booed, and she was. But these is things that they don't usually report on. They hide that from the general public. If you weren't there when it happened, you wouldn't know that she had got booed. That's the way they do. But the Independent published it, and Camilla's fingerprints are all over it. Sure is. All right, well, it's just a hodgepodge of different things that I had saw on Twitter that I wanted to talk about, but this crowd is a gag. It is a gag. And I am shocked that many people showed up. If they showed up on a balcony in America, they might get, it depends if they were, if it was next to a gas station, because they might get a few people if it was next to a gas station. Because people don't care. And they honestly think that the world just revolves around them. They don't want Megan to breathe. Hold your breath while we're doing something. Just hold it in. Don't breathe. Because if you breathe, you overshadowing. You overshadowing them. You know, you are overshadowing them. If you breathe, Megan, don't you breathe. You hold it in. And Megan didn't. She didn't say nothing. But Nacho in Argentina probably had just opened his package and saw his jam in there. So he just posted it. Oh, Lord. It's Megan's fault. Secondhand or not. Angela Levin on GB News. She plotted it. She plotted. She wanted to overshadow the Princess of Wales. She's jealous. She's jealous. Who in the world would be jealous of Kate? Who would want to be in that family? Like I said, if I was of that elk run that ran in the circles where they run in, and I had a daughter, I would not want my daughter to marry George and become the Princess of Wales, because it is not a good gig. Because she got a scar on the side of her head that people are speculating that also might have something to do with it. Well, I want to talk about one more other thing, but I wanted to try to find that scar on the head. Yeah, I don't think you can see it, but yeah, it's right. See it right there? See that? They saying that's new, and I'm saying it's new. And look how it's a long scar. And I think it was on Twitter too. Because I've been diving into Twitter today because it's been so informative. And it's a lot of dragging going on, and I'm gonna talk about that too. I did not join in. I could have, because my mom died of cancer. I could have joined in, but it was just so they were doing such a good job. I just let them go. To go with it, go with it, y'all go with it. But it was a guy, a doctor on Twitter, saying that scar was indicative to someone who had had stitches. That's that cut. Wonder how she got that. Because it's definitely new. Now, I think the one she had up by her hairline, I think she had that for a while. And people thought that she had got a tweak then. She been tweaking a minute. She been tweaking things on this around in this area for a while, but the scar on her eye right here is new. I found that interesting on Twitter. And let's see, before my battery go out, it was another thing. Yeah, that they had this on Twitter. When are they going to tell us who this person was? Because it definitely wasn't Kate. But I tell you, you remember that old, I'm looking through these pictures and it remind me of that old ad for milk. Milk does a body good. Evidently, cancer does a body good in Kate's and Charles' case. Okay, yeah, I wanted to talk about this article written by, what's her name? It's in the Telegraph. I don't see her name right now. Oh, Allison Pearson wrote it, and it's called Fair Lady, Princess of Wales, Selfless Display with the tonic was the tonic that Britain needed. Why do these people come up with this crap? Britain has shit in their water. They have kids who don't have food, and they're talking about having uh, a program where kids get hot breakfasts where at school. They already do it here in America. They always running America down saying, we don't have health care and all that kind of stuff. We do have health care now, but we don't have national health care. But we are getting a whole lot better. Okay, I get my health care through the healthcare marketplace, and that's what we go through to get health care. But it's state by state by state. Some states can buy into it, like the Medicaid part of it, and some don't. But you can always go to the healthcare marketplace, and that's where I get my own healthcare from. So, and we can go to whatever doctor or whatever, but the NHS, you have to go to what they say. I don't know what Dr. K going to, but they got her aging backwards, and they got cancer doing her body good. Okay, her and Charles. But anyway, Allison Pearson talking about lesser mortals. I can see sometimes it gets stuck in there. Mortals would have stayed at home. Catherine proved that the show goes on. And I mean, they roasted her on Twitter. It is post after post after post. My mother has cancer. I saw what it's like to go through. She fought, they fought. I mean, it's just post after post after post. They ate her up. And I love that for her because she deserved that. I have never saw people who try to make these people into gods that their subjects worship. They are constantly gaslighting, gaslighting, gaslighting. This whole thing was a big con to gaslight the world, to stop with the stench, to get the stench and of racism off of Charles and Kate, to improve their popularity, and for Kate to get a tweak, and for Charles, some eggs stop flying over his head. But yeah, they dragging her. They dragging her, and she needs to be drugged. And also, this is the last thing. This picture that William posted for Father's Day for Charles. He didn't bother to post one with Harry in it, knowing that Charles has two sons, not just him. And you know what? I really feel, this is my theory, what I believe, that William's hatred for Harry started back then. William had all the focus of his two parents, and then along came Harry. And Harry was cute and whatever, and as Harry grew, Harry was better than him at everything. His little brother. You remember, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to say goodbye. You remember when Diana and Charles took, it's a clip of Charles and Diana taking William and Harry to nursery school. And William didn't really want to have much to do with Harry. And then later on, let's connect the dots here. Later on, when they made that documentary about their mother, it was the 25th year of her passing. I think it was Diana, my mother, our mother. I think that's the name of it. Harry spoke about how that day when they went to school, Harry said he thought he was going there and everything was going to be great because his big brother was going to be there and he was going to take care of him. But when he got there, William didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And when Harry said that, William brushed it off. Go look at the documentary. It's called Diana, Our Mother. It was on HBO uh, originally. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I don't know. I hadn't saw it in a while, so I don't know. But I know it originally was on HBO, and it was for her 25th anniversary of her death. And they said after that they weren't going to speak anymore about it. But William and Harry joined together for this documentary about their mother. And they were sitting looking in the photo albums together. And it was a picture of Diana holding William, and she was pregnant with Harry. And William said, it's both of us are in this picture. And he said, I'm in mother's arms and you're in her tummy. That's what William said. And then they start talking about, you know, being, I guess, older or whatever. It's been a long time. But Harry brought up that little incident. And I remember it. And he said that he thought that it was going to be great going to nursery school because his big brother was going to be there. And said William wouldn't have nothing to do with it. William has not wanted to have anything to do with Harry since they brought Harry home from the hospital. It's a clip of Harry and William small. Harry's about 3, William is about 6, I guess, 5 or 6. I don't think even that old, about 4. Harry maybe 2. And the bunny story. Diana has the bunny. She tries to give the bunny to William. William won't have nothing to do with the bunny. No, 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 no. And she pets the bunny for a while, and then she says, "Look, Harry," and she starts giving it to Harry. I want to see it. I want it. I want to see it. People do not change. Personalities are innate. He has always wanted what Harry wanted. If it was in Harry's hand, he wanted it. And that's the way it is now. Okay? Everything Harry got eats William alive. And that includes Megan. That includes Megan. William wants Megan. That's the reason he's so irrational. And he wants Megan because Harry has her. And that's why Kate tried to become Megan for a minute. She was cosplaying so hard, I got confused if it was Megan or if it was Kate. She was wearing everything that Megan had wore. I think that's why Megan wore back out in Africa. I bet Megan said, "I bet you won't wear this." Megan is pettier than we think. All right, everybody. I have went on way too long. I did not. Um, it was not my intention. I thought I was gonna get on here and do 30 minutes. I done 50. So sorry about that. I'll try to keep them shorter. But like I said, if you enjoy my commentary, if you enjoy this channel, please subscribe. I would be so happy if you did, if you would join my tribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload because it could be any time of the day because I'm gonna try to do it every day, but it can be any time of that day. And give me a thumbs up to help me with the algorithm. I would appreciate. See you next time. Bye.